Morning, folks. I got to thinking that, some of you guys have never played with trail cameras, or very much maybe, if at all. And some of you I know have talked about maybe getting one, and kind of wanted to show you some of what what you got to deal with if you do get one. The pictures and things are a little bit different. I always set mine to video, partly because of YouTube, but partly because if there are things like wolves or coyotes or something on there, I like to see how they react, to different things, like the lure I use to get them over there to smell it and that kind of stuff. And 10-second videos, they take a long time to go through. But anyhow, I kind of thought, well, maybe I'll show you these. That trail camera card yesterday, it's mostly cows. But anyhow, take a look. Hopefully there's not too much glare here. Let's see. Is that... Okay, so I put this in here. The camera card goes on the side. Go down to here. Alright, so going down through here, there's a lot of cows. So I'm just going to do the ones that I don't see a cow on the thumbnail part. And that doesn't always work. You kind of want to, well, that's me leaving. You kind of want to go through all of them, because sometimes the neat animals show up right at the tail end. That's a cow. Couple of calves. Then you get some like that. I don't see anything moving. Could have been a bird flew in front of the camera or something and set it off, and he's gone again before the before the camera come on. Okay, actually I see what did it. That little twig bouncing up and down in the wind. That's what the camera got set off at. Another calf. Big old bull. Okay, these ones, you can see cows in all the thumbnails, so we're going to skip all of those. We know what set those off. This one, I don't see one, but there is. You okay if you got a picture of a cow running from a wolf or something neat? There's a four-wheeler. I don't remember seeing that one up there. That's probably somebody here visiting. Another cow. Like I say, these are 10-second videos, but once I see a cow on there, it's kind of no reason to watch. Okay, now that one. Yeah, I think it's that twig again up here in the corner. Sometimes it doesn't take much. A blade of grass will even do it. Okay, see that one? There's a fox right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's zoom in here. See right there. Maybe I'm on the wrong spot. Yeah, over there. Okay. Anyway, that's the first actual wildlife we've got. Nighttime pictures are more apt to be animals, you know, what we're looking for. That one's a cow. Looked like a bull, actually. And another calf. Cows. More cows. Like I say, I think I need to move this camera. There's a cow's tail swishing. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, that's a cow. Cow ear. See the chain necklace they've given them now. Twig bouncing up in the corner. Oh, and a cow right here in the bottom. Cow's still there. Yeah, like I say, this camera, not a good spot for it. Go through these real quick. The screen is pretty dirty, but there's a cow right there. Looks like he's probably bedded down sleeping. Exactly what he's doing. More cows. Not a very exciting camera check. I think it's that twig again. Like I say, you kind of have to sit through the whole video though if you're not sure, because sometimes something will show up, and a lot of times, like that one, there's just nothing there. And the wind set the camera off, blowing a twig around. I don't see any reason for that one at all. Could have been a bird. You know, the thing of it is, too, this is public ground. This is not a private cow field or anything like that. These are range cattle. They just like this little meadow here. There goes some firewood cutter, most likely. See him again. Can't tell if those are Idaho plates or something else. So far, just one fox out of 56 videos. There's like 300 total. Takes a while to go through these. That's why I didn't do it last night. It was getting late and I was tired. That one, I see absolutely no reason for that camera to have gone off. Bull. Yeah, this camera, where it is a waste of time and gas. That little twig right there, set that off. When I do these, I kind of try to trim away whatever branches and things might do that. But sometimes field of view is a little more than what you think it is. Yeah, there's an ear right there. It's a that's another cow. In the right spot, these cameras are a lot of fun. In a spot like this, it's very disappointing. Anyway, the whole reason for this video is not only to check the cameras, but if you're thinking about buying one, it really pays to have a spot that you know isn't going to have things like that pine needles right here. bouncing around, and a lot of neighbors' cows or cars going by, or whatever will set the camera off. Sometimes shadows on the ground. If you got a tree that's just blowing around, and like that, the shadow on the ground. Oh, there we go. There's something. We'll set the camera off. Got a deer finally. A little bit better than cows. Looks like a doe. And I think the rest of these are going to all be cattle too. Everybody says we're overrun with wolves. Well, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that was true. And now, not so much. It's hard to find them. Right now, I've got 3 cameras out, and no wolves on any of them. At least not this last check. I got some on them last year. Anyway, if you're still watching, I'm sure you're bored half to death, because I know I am. Cow pictures aren't very exciting at all. And then you get one like this that, like I say, you kind of have to wait for the whole 10 seconds, because something might show up there, but nothing did. That's kind of the way it turns out with most of these. To watch each and every video, when I go back to here, like this one here, I know it's a cow. I don't have to look at that one. And so many are like that. But the ones that are iffy, that I don't really know, I got to watch them all. To do this right, it takes a couple hours usually. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a lot of boredom. And every now and then there's one that makes you go, oh wow, look at that. But not this chick. So I'll kind of rummage around, see if there's anything more on here, but I really don't think so. I think it's all just cattle. 1 deer, 1 fox. Yeah, so far just all cows. Actually, I'm down to the last one. 135 10-second videos on here this trip. And the very last one is a cow. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I know this was a very boring video, that nothing much happening today. See you folks tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.